doing what he was sent here to do.
Yes, Lord.
He, from our sinful and fallen state of humanity back to the highest pain and rights with our Father God, while in the flesh. You don't have to wait till you leave out the flesh to meet your God. You can have heaven right here on earth. And there's a formula for doing that. So I give high honor to Prophet Noble Ali, the Egyptian abbot, who said he went around his elbow to get to his thumb, meaning he set this moral sign, Temple of America, up a certain way, and we, the members, must go that way. I give honor to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus, God, who said, up you mighty race and accomplish what you will. I give honor to our past supreme grand advisor and moderator, Brother C. Kirkman Baker, left Nelson Bay and Brother J. Blakely Bay, while they were in leadership of this national and divine movement. I give honor to the former Grand Sheik and moderator, Brother Allah Il. I give honor when he was in leadership of this divine and national movement. I give honor to the Grand Sheik and moderator, Brother R. Jones Bay. Father, brother. And to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins. I give honor to our Grand National Chairman, Brother P.J. Seal, and to his assistant, Brother W. Connecticut Bay. I give honor to all grand governors and their assistants. I give honor to the Grand Governor of the State of New York, Brother D. Clark Hill, and his assistant, Brother A. Gaines. I give honor to all Grand Sheiks and their assistants. I give honor to the Grand Sheik of Temple number 21, Brother G. Williams Hill, and to his assistant, Brother N. Rebels Bay, who is in leadership of this temple community. I give honor to our charter, which gives us the right to be where we are right now, worshiping the way we want to worship. Backed up by this Constitution of the United States of America for religious freedom. Nobody can take away what we're doing here. This is the law of the land. I give honor to the two flags combined. I give honor to the American flag and to the Republic, to old glory. The more love, truth, freedom, and justice. And when you live that life, you can't live any higher life. That's why those are our principles. I give honor to the officials of Temple number 21. I give honor to our chairman, Brother J.R. Higgins Bay. I give honor to all the divine ministers in the Moral Science Temple of America. I give honor to all the divine ministers of Temple number 21, namely Brother K. Richardson Hill, Sister A. Ravenel Bay, our Grand National Assistant Secretary. I give honor to Brother Skip Bay. I haven't seen the brother in a while, but I hope the brother, finds his way home. Because this is where you should be at. We are part and parcel of this said government. This is where you should be. If you have an inkling of Prophet Noble Ali being the last prophet in this day and time, and don't let nobody tell you that Prophet Noble Ali is not a prophet. Prophet is real. Prophet came here to do what he did and what he's doing. Prophet said he's our affectionate leader. Still leading. Don't get it twisted. Praise Allah for this moral science temple of America and everlasting. I give honor to Sister R. Jones Bay, who saw fit to bring Islam to the state of New York. Right, first Grand Sheik. Sister do honor. I give high honor to all of those who were here before me on this stage, on this platform, at this level of righteousness, because we are a righteous people. I don't care what it seems like out there. We're the first people. We are the first people. You know what I'm saying? But being first is responsibility. We're doing the right thing. Prophet said, at least I can say you made a start for the kingdom. At least we made a start. I'm not saying you're going to make it. I'm not saying that. Because nobody knows who's going to make it. Only Allah, the great God, knows. But the prophet said, at least he can say that we made a start for the kingdom. Now you take it and you go as far as you can go with it. Morris Sign Temple America is the place where we're supposed to be. And we're here. So pray to the great God, Allah, honor the Prophet Noble Dua. I give honor to the Mufti staff, locally and nationally. I give honor to all the auxiliaries, all of the divine teaching that Prophet left here for us, Holy Quran, Moorish literature, and the Prophet said he signed his name to it. I give every honor to each and every one of you who came out, because you know the truth. You know the truth, you better hold on to the truth, because the truth is being tested. It's being tested, and it will always be tested. We don't know who's going to make it. But you got to have courage enough for truth. I think the chairman was talking about. You got to have courage enough for truth. That's why we're here. We're not just taking up space over here in Temple number 21. We're here because your heart knows it's right and exact. This is not a plaything. Don't play with the moral sign of Temple America. It will tear you up. Many have tried. Many have failed. Enough of my fault. This is the first for me. It's the first time I ever spoken a prophet's prophet's celebration. It lost again. Wow. It wasn't time. It wasn't time. I give praise and pick that up. God knows my heart. Everything had to be on time for this to take place. And I give thanks to the great God. I give thanks. You know, China, some of America, and all of me, my family. I forgot to give you honor. It's nothing by nothing. I say I'm not gonna give this one honor. I'm not gonna give that one honor. I give honor to everybody in your place. My time is almost up, so let me. I'm gonna set the tone. I'm gonna read it where the prophet left it. The prophet says, "Let me find you where I left you." The prophet left us, chapter number 48. I'm reading from the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science Temple of America. Circle 70. Honor be fed by the noble prophet Duali. By the God of his father, God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen state of humanity, back to the highest plane of life of his father God. The prophet Duali is a master. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to master our mind. Because you got to master your mind, because your mind can go all over the place, all in 1 second. You can be in Turkey, you could be over here in northwestern Mexico, Brooklyn, New York. All in a second. You got to master your mind. And when you do that, masterminds judge men by what they are and not what they appear to be. If somebody might be doing something with, that's not who they really are. Their actions might not be. But their spirit is part of the Greek God. Prophet said, their readers do not fall to use these lessons. They are for good, peace, and happiness for all those that love Jesus. Their mothers, teach these lessons to your little ones that they may learn to love instead of hate. Dear fathers, by these lessons, you can set your house in order and your children will learn to love instead of hate. And who of all the nations need to learn to love instead of hate. That's our people. People growing up telling me they used to be taught how to hate. I said, what? My household, that wasn't like that in my house. I got to say praise Allah for that. Somebody taught you how to hate. Prophet will be talking about. Islam, the divine instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 48, the end of time, the fulfilling of the prophecy. And I, excuse me, my mouth couldn't say this. For my other half, my better half, she probably wouldn't have been the one to open up and welcome everybody. So, for Sister B. Williams here, I welcome you to this organization. This is a love organization. I don't care about what you heard. That's what this Moorish Science Temple is about. Moorish Science Temple of America is about. This is a love organization. It was love that Allah sent the prophet to straighten out the wrong things that were done to our people. We got to learn to love instead of hate. The end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecy. Islam. The last prophet of these days is Noble Jew Ali, who was prepared divinely in due time by Allah to redeem men from their sinful ways and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon you. John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus in those days to warn and stir up the nation and prepare them to receive the divine creed which was to be taught by Jesus. In these modern days, there came a forerunner who was divinely prepared by the great God Allah, and his name is Marcus Garvey, who did, teach and warn the nation of the earth to prepare to meet the coming prophet, who was to bring the true and divine creed of Islam, and his name is Noble Jew Ali, who was prepared and sent to this earth by Allah to teach the old-time religion and the everlasting gospel to the sons of men. That every nation shall and must worship under their own vine and fig tree and return to their own and be one with their Father God Allah. The Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. Any subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter, the prophet has them to issue to every state throughout the United States, etc. That the world may hear and know the truth that among the descendants of Africa, there is still much wisdom to be learned in these days for the redemption of the sons of men under love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We, as a clean and pure nation, descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the family of the pale-skinned nations of Europe. Neither serve the gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations as it was prepared by their forefathers for their earthly salvation, while we, the Moorish Americans, are returning to Islam, which was founded by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. The covenant of the great God Allah, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah hath given thee. Come, all ye Asiatics of America, hear the truth about your nationality and birthright. Because you are not Negro. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourself with the families of nations. We honor all the true and divine prophets. Noble Jew Ali. That's why I said I was going to read that chapter where the prophet said, let me find you where I left you. And that's the last instruction, holy instruction, that the prophet left with us. He gave you all the other information, all the other facts and truths, but he declared who he was. That's what it is. He declared who he was, and he let us know why Allah sent him here. And what we have to do is uplift the prophet. You say, when people say back home where I come from, say, when you know, when you want to know about. Got to be clean through that. So I'd like to read one more thing, and then I'm gonna step down because I know my time is up there. And it's speaking about what the prophet said. Prophet says to us that okay, Friday, September 28, 1928, Prophet Drew Ali speaks to the nation's need strong men and women. If you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Zion Temple of America and becoming part of this divine movement. Then you will have power to redeem your race because you will know who you are and who your forefathers were. Because where there is unity, there is strength. Together we stand and divided we fall. Come, good people, because I, the prophet, sent to redeem this nation from mental slavery, which you now have, need every one of you who think that your condition can be better. This is a field open to strong men and women to uplift the nation and take your place in the affairs of men. If the European and other nations are helping me, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro problem is being solved only as it can, and that is by the Moorish National Divine Movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what was meant when it was said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you. Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I thank the chairman for calling on me. Brother Moors. Ah! This movement will never go down.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see Allah, but I feel him in my heart. Oh, I feel him in my heart. Oh, I feel him in my heart. Oh, I can't see Allah, but I feel him in my heart. It's like fire is burning up. Fire is burning up. Fire is burning up.
Islam. I think the hand looking for the king of Israel, read from the divine instruction of the Holy Prophet, chapter 48. Anytime when it's dealing with prophecies, like thank the brother for his words of wisdom and understanding. Our next speaker for the day will be the Assistant Grand Chief of Temple 21 for the End Rebels Day after a song. We're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of love. Now we're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of love. Now if you want to know where we found that beautiful city of love, into the holy city of mighty found that beautiful city of love. Now we're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of love. Now we're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of love.
Islam.
Islam.
The rise give praise to Allah, the Father of the universe. And give honor to some of the prophets we know, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, etc. To the last prophet of these days and times. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who's the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America, on his birthday. Happy prophet's birthday, David. I give honor to past. I give honor to our two flags. I give honor to American flag and Moorish flag. I give honor to our past. Oh, I give honor to Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey, the harbinger of prophet. I give honor to past Grand Advisors, Modernism, and Secret Bay, and the Johnson Bay, with James Blakely Bay. For all of you, to our President Grand Chief Mother, the Art Jones Bay, and system of it. A. Hopkins Bay. I give honor to all our national, state, and local officials of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I give honor to national officials that are with us today, Sister W. Wright Bay, Assistant Secretary of Moorish Science Temple Online, Sister A. Ravenel Bay, M. Ravenel Bay. Can we know who those persons? Sister M. Ravenel Bay, Assistant to the Secretary of Moorish Science Temple.
Right the first time.
Oh, is it right? Okay. I go with Mary.
Oh,
Praise the Lord. I give honor to Sister J. Arthur Eel and the Mufti this here today. You know, it's an interesting thing being in more science temple. I know so many people that are standing in the audience, and I want to name you, but Cyrus Eel, everyone that's here. The name I did not mention, not on purpose. But praise the Lord that they're here with us amongst us today. Both very special day, very holy day for Muslims all over the world. See the Williams family here with us as well. I'd like to take a reading from the Holy Quran, the More Science of America, divinely prepared by the name of Prophet Drew Ali, by the God of his Father, God of Allah, the great God of the universe, redeem man from the sinful and fallen state of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father, God of Allah, know thyself and Allah. Genealogy of Jesus, life and works of Jesus in India, Europe, and Africa, and the land of Egypt, fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nation of North America. You learn to love instead of hate and know their higher self and lower self. This is uniting the Holy Quran and Mecca for the teaching and instruction, more and more Shemarians, etc. I'd like to take a reading from page 35 from the divine instruction from the Holy Prophet. I'd like to also say that Sister Price Bay was the one that impressed me because they're the ones that knew chapter 25 by heart. I mean, I know by heart too, but sometimes it's better to read. You start getting in front of the public. Got so much you want to say, and sometimes it's in bounds and sometimes out of bounds. Verse 1, yeah, the children of one father provided for by his care and the breast of one mother has given you suck. The bonds of affection, therefore, unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when you separate in the world, remember the relation that binds you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thine own blood. Thy brothers in adversity assist him, thy sisters in trouble forsake her not. So shall the forces of thy father continue to support his whole race, and his care be continued to you all when you're loyal to each other. Peace. Very short, you know, I'm not going to stay here long. Let's see how the speakers that want to speak, you know. Praise the Lord for the prophet. I understand what, like Brother William G. said, that, you know, a lot of us, you don't know if this more science temple works for you unless you see it happen in your personal life. Then you know that the prophet is right, Allah is right, Allah is guiding you. He's with you all the time. And one thing I've come to learn that he's your protector by night and by day. So sometimes start worrying about stuff. You think and ask Allah for what you want, then you pray Allah that if you get it, it's in the balance of righteousness. It's not because of selfish needs. That you learn the more you grow in the more science of America. So we're here for growth. So if you see a brother or sister slip or fall, that your hands go to God to help lift them up, not to put them down. One thing I learned from my former grandchief mother all of you was that, you know, when you go home, encourage the people, encourage them to do right, encourage them to do, don't come and put them down about how they ate this and they ate that. Allah didn't say that. Allah felt so much, he sent the prophet down to help us to raise us up. And even the prophet himself said that, you know, he looked around, people acted certain ways, you know, scorpions, this, they act that, but it doesn't mean that. It just means they're just going through something in life. So you hear, and you show them another way of life. Show them some compassion and love. I'd like to thank Brother Condemned Baptist. He was here today because he reminded me of the Travis Bay. And never bet Brother Travis Bay. We used to come up down the stairs. I was younger and much time, stuff like that. He used to tell me, because he was a grandchief of his temple, that age despises pleasure, pleasure despises age, because when we walked up them steps, it was getting harder and harder. I said, well, right now it's not too hard. I said, well, we still get the steps. But yes, it comes along with the territory. If you're going to live longer, then you're going to find some aches and pains in life that you never thought of as a young man. And as a young man, you feel that sometimes you can just do everything you want to do. So you follow the teachings of the Holy Prophet, because he's got teachings for the young and the old, the fathers, sons, children. You know, everything is in the more science temple that you think that you might be lacking. Everything is here with the more science. I met a young man the other day, and I told him, he was praising me about how he came to more science temple, but he's not a member. He's out there doing what he's doing. I said, oh, like Brother Trasberg used to tell me when I first came, if you love the prophet so much, join his movement. Join his movement, not make up your own. Join his movement. Don't confound the truth, falsehood, and have people fall into some things that you done made up because you feel good, you feel better. Follow the Holy Prophet. It's not meant to make you feel good. It's meant to change you in what is called perfection, or perfected. I want to say perfection. You can reach that too, but be perfected in this lifetime. You can do that no more time. You can perfect. You can overcome any trials and tribulations. All you got to do is study the Holy Quran, the more science to remember. Attend your meetings, because out of Sunday school,
comes the guidance of the nation. I'm a couple of brother on the block. Wore a couple was some nice books, and you like to quote him. They come out of the more science type of America. So the more you attend your Sunday school, the more you learn the teachings of the Holy Prophet. You'll throw out some of those teachings that you learn in the street, because you know it's hard sometimes. You come in here with your cup half full or half empty. And hopefully it's empty enough so you can figure out that which is right. I see Sister Basking Vedas back there, and the brothers were welcome again to more Science Temple of America. I pray a lot that everyone is doing well. And then again, we take these divine instructions and use them for ourselves. And as the prophet has told us, we're brothers and sisters. Treat each other like brothers and sisters. And the more we do that, that one little thing will bring us closer and closer in love and our bonds of affection to one another. Peace.
Hey. Lift them up, the prophet up. Lift them up, the prophet up. Still he speaks from eternity, eternity. And if I be lifted up from this earth, I'll draw all men unto me. How to reach the message, men of every birth. For an answer you are leading the key. Trust in him and do not doubt the words that he said. I'll draw all men unto me. Up the prophet up, lift him up, the prophet up. Still he speaks from eternity, eternity. And if I be lifted up from this earth, I'll draw men unto me. Stop, let's I think it's Sister Grace, she would typically one, but the end was made, reading from the divine instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 25, the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation. I thank the brothers for his words of wisdom. After the song, Lords, we'll hear from the Grand Sheik of Temple 21, Brother G. Williams here. Peace. Lift them up, the prophet up. Lift them up, the prophet up. Still he speaks from eternity, eternity. And if I be lifted up from this earth, I'll draw men unto me. Wow. Yes, sir. Morris. Sorry. You know, praise Allah. Islam, Sister Silzel. Islam, Sister Bathsheba. Are you able to speak? Sister Silzel. We're gonna hear before I speak more, we're gonna honor the Sister C. Silzel, the Assistant Grand Sheik from Temple 34.
I'm running. I can't tarry, I'm running. I can't tarry, I'm running. I can't tarry, I'm running like the ocean highway. If my brother don't go, I can't tarry, my brother don't go. I can't tarry, my brother don't go. I can't tarry, I'm running the ocean highway. If my sister don't go, I can't tarry, my sister don't go. I can't tarry, my sister don't go. I can tell you I'm running on the Morris Highway. If my children don't go, I can tell you my children don't go. I can tell you my children don't go. I can tell you I'm running I'm running, running, running. I can't tell you I'm running, running, running. I can't tell you I'm running, running, running. I can't tell you I'm running, running, running.
Islam?
Islam.
Well, this indeed is a beautiful day to rise and give praise to Allah. I give honors to our prophet, the last prophet in these days and times, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, savior of humanity. He even taught us how to be better men, better women, better children, better wives, better husbands, better citizens, all around a better character. He taught about unity, not division. Truth and falsehood, we understand there's a clear separation there. But he taught you the truth about Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, etc. I want to give honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I want to give honors to all of our past Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators, Brother C. Kirkman Bey, Brother F. Nelson Bey, Brother J. Blakely Bey. I want to give honors to our former Grand Chief, Brother R. Love Eel, and to our present Grand Chief, Brother R. Jones Bey, and to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins Bey. I want to give honors to the Grand Governor here in the state of New York, Brother D. Clark Eel, and to his assistant, Brother A. Gaines Eel. I want to give honors to my Grand Sheik at Temple number 34, Brother W. Clendenin Bey. I want to give honors to all of the sheiks and sheikesses at Temple number 34. We have Brother Steve Ferguson Neal, our chairman. I want to give honors also to our secretary, Sister J. Jordan here. Give honors, to our assistant chairman, Brother L. Serrano Bey. Our assistant secretary, Brother I. Smith Hill. Also to our treasurer, Brother R. Jordan Hill, and to our assistant treasurer, Brother K. Turner Bey. But most importantly, just all the members, right? All of those that make it possible to come together, congregate with a certain understanding and agreeing to working to be better people, following the principles that our prophet, our holy and divine prophet, have left for us, the footprints that are clearly cut. I want to give honors to the Grand Sheik here, of course, in Temple number 21, our Brother Williams Hill. It's an honor to work with our brother. It's an honor to work with all the Moors, because we understand that it's work enough for all to do and raising this great nation. We have race pride and we love our race. We have an appreciation for womanhood. It needs to be deeper, but doesn't that mean you also have to have an appreciation for brotherhood that also has to be deeper? I think that love and that appreciation and that constant quality of character that the prophet has brought for us is not only integral in becoming unified, but it's important in being able to control that lower self that peeks his head out. Now, it doesn't always come in the form of hatred, slander, lewdness, murders, and theft, right? But they said everything that harms. Aspects of the ego. Vanity can pop up even in good. You're there, you're assisting, you're helping out. The vanity is like, yeah, you're the only one doing it. You didn't even notice that it just slipped in on you. Sitting up here and I'm sitting, I'm like, all right, oh, well, they called me to speak. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, it's an honor to be trusted, to stand in front of the Moors and not say the wrong thing. Forget anything outside of that. But this is a spirit, we're a spirit of a movement, the people. I'm gonna just go into the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm going to read from the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet found on page number 41, chapter number 33. Holy instructions from the Prophet, gratitude. If we have nothing else, be grateful for the Prophet and the things that he brought to us to help us to carry through these challenging times. It's telling you that you have a choice on how you choose to behave, think, act, and respond. As the branches of a tree return their sap to the root from whence it arose, as the river pours its streams to the sea, whence the spring was supplied, so the heart of a grateful man delighteth in returning a benefit received. He acknowledgeth his obligation with cheerfulness. He looketh on his benefactor with love and esteem. And if to return it be not in his power, He nourished the memory of it in his breaths with kindness. He forgetteth not all the days of his life. The heart of a grateful man is like the clouds of heaven, which drops upon the earth fruits, herbage, and flowers. But the heart of the ungrateful is like a desert of sand, which swalloweth with greediness the showers that fall, and burieth them in its bosom, and produceth nothing. Envy not thy benefactor, neither strive to conceal the benefit he hath conferred. For though to oblige is better than to be obliged, though the act of generosity commandeth admiration, yet the humility toucheth the heart and is amiable on the sight of both Allah and man. But receive not a favor from the hand of the proud. To the selfish and avaricious have no obligation. The vanity of pride shall expose thee to shame. The greediness of avarice shall never be satisfied. I just want to thank you all, because I'm looking around at those who actually were teaching and showing and still guiding, Sister Right Base, Sister Arthur, we got our mamas in the audience, we got our monkeys out here, and I just wanted to give you all honors for all that you brought, and I hope that I can continue to learn on this path from each and every one of you, including the members and the children. And I hope that Allah continues to guide us all as we honor our prophet. With that, I say peace.
Peace. Always Jags, don't you hear, don't you hear? Always Jags, don't you hear, don't you hear? You know the Muslims in Morocco calling. Always Jags, don't you hear? So they coming down the street in red. It must be the children that the prophet is in. You know the Muslims in Morocco calling. Always happy, don't you hear? Always happy, don't you hear, don't you hear? Always happy, don't you hear, don't you hear? When the Muslims in Morocco are calling. Always happy, don't you hear?
Islam. Like thanks Sister Seals, Sister Grace, she got TEMPLE34, read from the Divine Instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 33. Only instruction from the Prophet, gratitude. Like thank Sister for our reading. Our next speaker will be Grand Sheikh TEMPLE21 for the G. Williams.
If I could hear through all his voice again, if I could hear his tender voice again, oh yeah, how happy I would be. It would mean so much to me if I could hear through Ali, oh, it's again. He used to sit and worry, we used to sit and pout. We used to wish that we were dead, we don't need that anymore. Oh yeah, through Ali brought the truth, that holy and divine prophet. If I could hear through Ali, oh, it's again.
Islam.
Islam.
Arise, give praise to Allah, the great God of the universe. Father that created everything that was, is, and evermore to be. And give honor to our prophet, the last prophet in these days of time, Prophet Noble Ali, the prophet that's holding back the fire. I give honor to the forerunner of the Marcus Garvey, who said he's replacing and putting the backbone where it used to be a wishbone. I give honor to our past Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators of the Moorish Science Temple of America, for the C. Kerman Bay, but the F. Nelson Bay, and for the J. Blakely Bay. I give honor to our former Grand Chief, but not all of them. And I give honor to all those that served with that brother. Before my time, I can't remember all the names, but you got to give honor to them. The legacy of the Moorish Science Temple of America is strong. I give honor to our current Grand Chief, Brother R. Jones Bay, to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins Bay. I give honor to the Chairman of the Moore Science Temple of America, Brother P. Chase L., and to his assistant, Brother W. Denton. I give honor to all the national officials. Here today, we have Sister White Bay, our National Secretary, Sister J. Arthur L., the Assistant National Treasurer. I give honor to our Grand Governor of the State of New York, Brother D. Clark Hill, and to his assistant, Brother A. Gainison. I give honor to everyone that's assembled here today, but I want to say the names because when man honors man, he honors Allah. I give honor to my grand chief, my grand chief. I give honor to the assistant grand chief, the Temple 21, Brother N. Rutledge Bank. I give honor to the head mufti, Brother K. Williams Hill. I give honor to the secretary, Brother J.R. Hagensberry. I give honor to the divine ministers of Temple 21, Sister B. Williams Hill, Brother K. Richardson Hill, Brother S. Skipper Bay. I give honor to the members of Temple 34 that made it here today. I give honor to the members of Temple 54 that made it here today. I give honor to the sympathizers. I give honor to the charter for giving us the right to teach Islam in America. I give honor to the American flag and the Moorish flag. I give honor to the Mufti staff. I give honor to all things that our prophet left us, the divine constitution, the Bible, and the additional laws. I give honor to the especially sisters of the Moore Science Temple, because the sisters, brothers, are going to be the ones that's going to uplift us. Because the sisters are going to make us want to love better. I'm going to read from the Holy Quran and the Moore Science Temple of America, one of the greatest pamphlets that have ever been made, created. What you hold is the word of the great God Allah, the divine instructions on how you are to create your own heaven on earth. See, we don't have to wait till we pass. This here is heaven. Each seat that you're sitting in now, you're sitting in heaven. And I said this the other day, but imagine if there was no more seats. Praise Allah. You know, and more I want to say in respect to our chairman, who is chairing this meeting very well. I just wanted to get the sister before me because, you know, we got to honor the sisters. You know, we need to hear from the sisters speaking. And today, the sisters are going to give us some real good teachings. Because you got to listen to the spirit that comes out of their mouth. You have to. Our brothers are the leaders. See, the brothers imitate the prophet and the sisters too, but there is an order on how this prophet set up this organization. And the sisters, like I say, they raise up the brothers because they force us. I said earlier, they make us. But no, they force us to learn how to love instead of hate. And that is a wonderful feeling.
Allah.
I give honor to my wife and my children. Today is my anniversary. 10 years. Yeah, fast. 10 years strong. 10 years of her hitting me with a hammer and chisel. That's right. Hitting me with that hammer and that chisel. You know, and I think my brothers who have, how would I say, they have assisted me in doing the right thing as a father and as a husband, so that I can be what the prophet told us we should be. See, because Prophet Noble Drew Ali is that powerful that he is bringing out the best of our character. He's bringing us, he's making us the best as a nation because he gives us that holy trinity of the man, the wife, and the child. So we have to understand what the prophet did by bringing back the nation giving us the divine teachings for us to uplift the nation. Let me read from the Holy Command of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Circle 7, divinely prepared by the noble prophet, Drew Ali, by the guidance of his father, God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from the sinful and fallen states of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his father, God Allah. And I was going to read the chapter Gratitude, but like I say, my sister, you know what I mean, survived. It's an uplifting vibe, but I'm going to step one chapter before the sister because they go hand in hand. And it's the chapter that we're on right now in our Sunday school. The chapter Charity. Page 40, Divine Instruction from the Holy Prophet. Chapter 32, Holy Instructions from the Prophet. Charity. Sown in his breast, the seeds of benevolence that produce, thereof shall be charity and love. From the fountain of his heart shall rise rivers of goodness, and the streams shall overflow for the benefit of mankind. He assisteth the poor in their trouble. He rejoiceth in furthering the prosperity of all men. He censureth not his neighbor. He believeth not the tales of envy and malevolence, neither repeateth he their slanders. He forgiveth the injuries of men. He wipeth them from his remembrance. Revenge and malice have no place in his heart. For evil he returneth not evil. He hateth not even his enemies, but requitteth their injustice with a friendly admonition. The griefs and anxieties of men excite his compassion. He endeavors to alleviate the weight of their misfortunes, and the pleasure of success rewardeth his labor. He calmeth the fury, he healeth the quarrels of angry men, and preventeth the mysteries of strife and animosity. He promoteth in his neighbors peace and goodwill, and his name is repeated with praise and benediction. Praise Allah. Moors. This Moorish Science Temple of America was created by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali gave us our national divine creed and our religion. The prophet gave us things that makes us divine people. He left us instructions that make us learn to love instead of hate. And to learn to love instead of hate is one of the most greatest things you can ever do. Because to learn to love means that you're not giving up. It's not about passing the class and moving on to the next. This is forever. We're going to continue to love because love has an ultimate amount of levels to it. You see, the prophet teaches us how to be bilingual. Moses said, what's bilingual? What do you mean? Yeah, because he said every word I speak is spirit. So when we're talking and we're using these divine instructions, we are speaking in spirit. So with these divine instructions, my brothers and sisters, we have to remember that each and every one of us at one point in time in life is going to be in adversity. And what does the prophet say in that language when it comes to adversity? If thy brother's in adversity, assist him. If thy sister's in trouble, forsake her not. That's a language, because those two things tie into the true language of love. And the true language of love is action. We have to do what we say. And the prophet teaches us as Moorish Americans that when we come into the Moorish Science of America and we proclaim to be a Moorish American, we are now speaking a new language. We are now working on loving instead of hate. We are working on uplifting fallen humanity. I give honor to the faithful. I didn't give honor to the faithful, the ones that have been here, It takes a lot to continue to be here. We're a family. We know in family, sometimes you love, sometimes you like, sometimes you don't like. But overall, if you keep these teachings in hand, we're gonna keep coming back to this family reunion. That's what it's about. We have to keep coming back. The prophet says Friday is your meeting time. Be here. Sympathizers. Next Friday, you got a temple to choose. Temple 21, 28, 54, or 34. We don't need to just see you on Prophet's birthday. We want to see you every Friday and Sunday. Come to this organization and uplift yourselves. The prophet said, every word I speak is spirit. If you have race pride, join the Moorish Science Temple of America. Do you love your race? Do you have race pride? So there's no reason why you shouldn't be here. There's no reason. This place is it. How long we been here? 80 years. Temple 21. How long your temple been there? Anybody? Just a little bit less than that. So that means you had 80 something years to always come home. And we're gonna be here for another 100 some years. That's right, 100 some years. Because we're looking for the ones that we can pass the torch on to. Honest to the children that hold to the prophet's teachings. That's right. That see the power. That see the race pride. That they say we know how important it is to keep these doors open. Moors, don't give up on the prophet. Don't give up on the prophet. He didn't give up on you. This here is an example. He did not give up on you. Moors, I want to say I love you. Let me say something before I leave. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, remember, we are all striving. We're striving. Remember that. Striving. The prophet tells us the laws that when we lose faith in the prophet, he tells you what to do. But if you don't do that, Moorish Americans, you keep coming to the temple. Honest to those who have been through the striving in this organization and continue to come. Because I see the strive and I honor the strive. Do not idol worship in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Don't idol worship the man. The prophet said, imitate I, the prophet. I hold a position, and everyone that holds a position is because the Moors and the people put them there. When I fell to my lower self, or anybody falls to their lower self, you stay in your higher self and call them back to their higher self. Remind them why they're in that position. But never tell a brother to leave. I got a lot to say, but you know. Moors, I love the Moorish Science Temple of America. I love everyone. With that, say peace.
Peace.
Allah's got the whole world.
In his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and I. In his hands, he's got you and I. In his hands, he's got you and I. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands.
Islam. I take the great sheep of the G. Williams Ill, read from the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet, chapter 32, Holy Instructions for the Prophet Charity. I can take the brother who was words and wisdom as understanding. At this time, Moorish Americans, we're going to hear from the Assistant Grand Governor of the State of New York, but the A gang is here after the song. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the two flags combined in his hands. He's got the two flags combined in his hands. He's got the two flags combined in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. God's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Islam. First I rise and give praises unto Allah, the wonderful originator of all that is in the heavens and in the earth. Allah is a God of love, a God of compassion, and a God of mercy. A God who so loved the world that he clothed his son, Prophet Noble Ali, in flesh, that men may learn to love instead of hate and to know of their higher self and lower self. I give high honors to the illustrious Prophet, Prophet Noble Ali, founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America, who was the rising star of wisdom, deified. He comes to bring to us the secret things of Allah and man. Secret things, Moons. The Prophet said, from the secrets of Allah, let man learn wisdom and apply to himself the instructions they give. These secret lessons are for all those who love Jesus and desire to know about his life, works, and teachings. The reason these lessons have not been known is because the Muslims of India, Egypt, and Palestine had these secrets and kept them back from the outside world. And when the time appointed by Allah, they loosened the keys and freed these secrets. And for the first time in ages have these secrets been delivered into the hands of the Muslims of America. Now, Moses, the Prophet said the hands of the Muslims of America, not the hands of the Muslims of the continent of Africa, not the hands of the Muslims of the continent of Asia, the hands of the Muslims of America. Ages. You study what an age is. An age is 2,160 years. That's what covers an age. And those teachings were delivered into the hands of the Muslims of America. Let's do the research on it. Because every word the Prophet spoke is spirit, and us Moors have to heed. We have to start to understand what Prophet Noble Ali brought us. And I'm not saying we don't. But a lot of times, because of what we previously have learned, our preconceived thoughts, we think we understand what the Prophet is talking about. Sometimes when we hear the word Africa, we think the Prophet is talking about the continent of Africa. There's a lot in the Holy Quran that the Prophet is speaking about that we are perceiving that that's what he is speaking about. That's why we have to study every single word the Prophet brought. Every single period, every single comma, everything the Prophet brought, we have to study. I give high honors to Brother Marcus Garvey, who did teach and warn the nations of the earth to prepare to meet the coming prophet. And what, if you do research on it, look at this. They say the prophet taught the Moors from the Old Testament prior to producing of the Quran. And so when I look in the book of Matthew, John, he spoke about Jesus and he said, the one that is to come, I am not worthy enough to wash his sandals. Well, Brother Marcus Garvey said a similar thing about our prophet. He said, the one that is to come, I am not worthy enough to tie his shoelaces. Now, if you think about what Brother Marcus Garvey did in the flesh, and for him to give that high honor to Prophet Noble Ali to say he was not worthy enough to tie his shoelaces, we can understand what Prophet Noble Ali was going to do in the flesh. Prophet Noble Ali was an Egyptian adept. I give honor to the former Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Colonel C. Kirkman Bey, Sultan to the Moors in the Western Hemisphere. I give honor to Brother F. Nelson Bey. I give honor to Brother J. Blakey Bey. I give honor to the past Grand Sheik and Moderator, Brother R. LaVille, to the present Grand Sheik and Moderator, Brother R. Jones Bey, and to his official staff. I give honor to the knowledge of the two flags combined, the American flag and to the republic for which it stands, and to the Moorish flag and to the great nation for which it stands. I give honor to our charter with its 10 great wonders of the world and 10 great mysteries of the world that gives us the right to practice Islam unmolested. And at the top of that charter, we see the all-seeing eye, which Brother Curtis Bey used to say, that's my daddy's eye. So when I look at it, he said, that's my daddy's eye. And so when I look at it, we see there's levels in the Moorish Science Temple of America. So I see Ali at the top, I see Allah at the top, and I see Ali at the bottom. Ali, representing the exalted one. I give honor to the knowledge of the two flags combined, the American flag to the republic for which it stands, the Moorish flag and to the great nation for which it stands. I give honor to all national, state, and local officials of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I give honor to all members. I give honor to the tea, the bath compound, and the oil for the healing of the nation, because the prophet knew that an unhealthy nation could not stand. I give honor to everything that pertains to Islam. I give honor to all to my peace. Thank you. Moors, I'm going to read from the Holy Quran in the Moorish Science Temple of America, Circle 70, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guidance of his father God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen stage of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his father God Allah. I'd like to turn your attention to page 3. Know thyself and thy father God Allah. I'm going to go down to the bottom where it says, by the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. The industrious acts of the Muslims of Northwest and Southwest Africa. These are the Moabites, the Hamathites, the Canaanites, who were driven out of the land of Canaan by Joshua and received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle in that portion of Egypt. In later years, they formed themselves kingdoms. These kingdoms are called this day Morocco, Algiers, Tunis, etc. The reason I read from this, Moors, is I can go into this portion that I read from, and I can speak about the industrious acts of the Moabites, the Hamathites, and the Canaanites. I could speak about Joshua, who was the successor to Moses. I could speak about the pharaohs of Egypt and the reason why those Moabites, Hamathites, and Canaanites were run out of that portion of Canaan. The prophet says in later years they formed themselves kingdoms. These kingdoms are called this day. So what were they called in the past? Because he's talking about this day, this is what they're called. Morocco, Algiers, Tunis, etc. Just more than those 4 gates, just more than those 4 kingdoms. And the Moors were speaking correct today when he said that the Moabites are the first people. Moors, we are the first people on this earth, and we brought the first true and divine creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. So if we're the first, and who are everybody else? Our children. They are all our children. Because if we're the first, then that means everybody else is our children. The industrious acts I want to speak about, and those Muslims, I want to speak about Sister E. Jefferson, Sister F. Price Bey, Sister Giddens Bey, even Brother Mintz Bey, the Able Beys, even the Moors from Temple 28, Sister Graves Bey, past Grand Sheikhs of Moorish Science Temple number 28. I want to speak about the Ellis Eels, Temple number 10 in Newark, New Jersey, where we used to go and visit during the States Conference. Brother Teagues Bey, the Cook Bays in Chicago. When I first went to Chicago and I was taken in the back of the temple, and I sat down with those Moors, and they told me about the wonders of the night. They told me about my prophet, and they told me, whoa, your prophet was a mighty prophet. Moors, the last thing I'm going to say before I sit down is this. I came into this temple in 1987. If I'm not mistaken, am I correct? This temple was chartered October 2nd, 1933. So that means I came in here in 1987. Those Moors kept this temple, if my mathematics is correct, 54 years before I entered into that door. They kept these doors open. Brother Travis Bey, Brother Curtis Bey, the Curtis Bey's family, Brother Condena Bey's sister, Sister L. Curtis Bey. They all kept these doors open and prepared them so that when I came in here, I knew that these laws were to be strictly preserved. We came in these doors with fezzes on, with Moorish pins on and everything. And Brother Curtis Bey said, man, take them fezzes off and come back and try it again. You are impersonating Moors. Impersonating Moors. Nowadays, everybody just want to wear what they want to wear and do what they want to do. The prophet said these laws are to be strictly preserved. Don't add nothing to it. Don't take nothing away from it. As long as you keep it the way it is, you will be successful in this Moorish movement. Moors, I praise Allah. I give honor to everyone that is here that is helping us for the uplifting of fallen humanity. I give honor to all you elders who have shown me the way. Because you haven't wavered, Moors. You haven't wavered. And faith has to be unshaken. That is how you're going to get, that's how you're going to be successful in the Moorish Science Temple of America. We all go through things. But what Brother Curtis Bey taught me is, he said, Mo, with these instructions, there is nothing that is insurmountable. There's nothing that you can't overcome. We have the cherubim and the seraphim who rule the stations of the sun, and the spirit of the mighty Allah who rules the solar stars. We talk about planets, more the universe. Allah is the father of the universe, who rules the solar stars, are his protectors and his guide, and will lead him to victory. Man will be saved, perfected, and redeemed by the things he suffers. Where else can you be told about suffering is a blessing in suffering? I don't know nowhere else. I don't know nowhere else where you get a blessing from suffering. I don't know nowhere else where you get a blessing from going through something. But the highest heights are gained by those who can reach the greatest steps, and you shall reach the greatest steps. Allah is leading on, and victory is sure. Peace, my Lord.
The prophet's calling,
You can't hide,
the prophet's calling,
you can't hide.
prophet's calling, you can't hide.
You can't hide, Muslim, you can't hide.
The truth done come,
You can't hide,
the truth done come,
you can't hide.
oh, the truth done come,
You can't hide, you can't hide, Muslim, you can't hide.
It's on.
It's on.
I could thank the Assistant Grand Governor, Brother A. Gaines, reading a little bit from the Holy Quran, Moorish Science Temple of America. Excuse me, pardon me, Moors. A lot of movement up there, I know, Moors, but praise Allah, show must go on. Okay, our next speaker today, Moorish Americans, will be Grand National Treasurer, Sister J. Arthur Ill, after a song. I didn't say assistant more? Excuse me, more, the assistant Grand National Treasurer, Sister J. Arthur Ill. Come out of the corner,
You can't hide,
come out of the corner,
you can't hide. Come out of the corner, you can't hide. You can't hide, Muslim, you can't hide.
the truth done come,
You can't hide,
the truth done come,
you can't hide.
oh, the truth done come,
You can't hide,
you
you
can't
can't
hide.
hide, Muslim, you can't hide.
The prophet's calling,
You can't hide,
the prophet's calling,
you can't hide.
oh, the prophet's
Calling, you can't hide. You can't hide, Muslim, you can't hide.
Islam Moors.
Islam.
Arise giving praise to Allah, the Father of the universe.
give honor to our prophet Nabi Ali, who we come today together to celebrate his birthday. And it's all of our birthdays, because without the prophet, we wouldn't be here. Prophet gave us all the lessons that we needed to learn in order to become better citizens, better husbands, and better everything. Yeah, I rise give praise to and honor to our prophet Nabi Ali again. And I give honor to all of you who are here today. I give honor to our all of the literature that the prophet has brought, because this is what's guiding us to be who we are today. We're following the lessons of the prophet. I always look at the Quran, the Holy Quran, that I give honor to, because it's a self-help book. He brought this here for you, each and every one of us, because each and every one of us are in different journeys. So our journey is not the same, but yet the lessons is going to teach you to get through those journeys and appreciate. Give honor to the Constitution and bylaws. Give honor to the Quran, Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, questionnaire, all the literature the prophet has brought. Give honor to all our leaders past, Brother C. Curtin Bay, Brother F. Nelson Bay, Brother J. Blakely Bay. I give honor to our past Grand Chief, Brother R. Laville, to our present Grand Chief, the moderator, Brother R. Jones Bay, and to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins Bay. I give honor to all our national officials. I give honor to our state officials and all of you who are here today. I give honor to Temple number 21 and its official staff. Give honor to all of the grand governors and assistants here in New York. And I bring Islamic greetings from our grand governor and member of Temple number 28, Sister Esther Bay. You know, she's under health issues, so she wasn't able to make it today, but she sends her Islamic greetings. And she's doing well. She was with us yesterday. We celebrated the prophet's birthday a day early because we were going to come here and help celebrate Temple number 21. And we're so happy to be here. We had a very good trip. The best trip, I think it's the best trip we've had because the traffic wasn't bad. And we came across the Verrazano like it was, you know, it wasn't a work day. And so we had a very enjoyable trip. We enjoyed each other's company. And I'd like to thank Sister W. Wright Bay for her diligence in getting us here safely. And wherever we go, she's always there at the wheel. So I appreciate that. I'd like to say happy Prophet's birthday to all of us that are celebrating. And it's just a pleasure to be here and among the Moors. And it's good to see everybody looks good. Appreciate it. Okay, and I'd like to give honor to everything that honor is due. And Brother Cyrusio, you know, I take my hat off to you. But you helped the Sisters Auxiliary get through. That was a beautiful presentation. And I'd like to personally thank you for that. Yeah, it's been a pleasure being here in the Moorish Science Temple of America. I have led my life through the teachings of Prophet Nabi Ali, and I'm here to witness that these lessons work. Because I won't tell you how old I am, but although I have said it, but all my life I've led my life, raised my children, and went through 41 years of marriage with my husband before he passed, through these lessons of Prophet Nabi Ali. So I'm here to witness, to let you know that if you follow these lessons, you're going to reach whatever goal that your life is meant to reach. That journey that you're on, you're going to accomplish that. Know that while you're here in the flesh, you're going to continue to learn. We're continuing, no matter what level of understanding you have, there's another level. So as long as you're in the flesh, take these lessons and help you get through your journey. We had a very good celebration yesterday. We had a diverse group of people in our audience. And so I'd like to continue with that thought. I'm going to read from chapter 10 of the Holy Quran on Morris Science Temple of America, because we are all the things that we see in the news today is kind of disheartening, but don't let it get you. Because the prophet told us that Allah is leading on and victory is sure. Put your hands in Allah's hand. All of the, you have to also look at what's going on in the news from the news people's perspective. Doesn't have to be yours. So if we study, the prophet told us to study ourselves. Don't take somebody else's word for something. You have to study yourself, because whatever decisions you make in life, if it's something else that comes with it that we call it suffering, then you have to be responsible for that. Not because somebody else told you that you did it because that's what you saw at that particular time. And if you need to be straightened out and corrected, then that's what's going to happen. But we can't blame others for whatever we call it suffering. And my mother used to tell me all the time that it's how you look at it. Are you really suffering, or are you just learning? Is it just something that you're going through? So I look at life like that. Whatever situation I'm in, why am I going through this? What lesson am I supposed to learn? So look at it from a positive standpoint, not always a negative standpoint. Okay, I'm going to read from the Holy Quran on Morris Science Temple of America, chapter number 10, down on page 16. Divine instruction from the prophet. Jesus spake on the unity of Allah and man to the Hindus. And this is how we can get along with each other. No matter what perspective you're in, or whatever lessons whatever path that you have chosen, that we could still get along as brothers and sisters, as the brother said earlier. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all Allah's children. Allah don't make mistakes. So there's a reason why we're going through what we go through. And but I always like to put my hands in Allah's hand, and I know it all is going to be well. I'm going to start with verse 12, down on page 16. And it says, and Jesus said, yeah, Allah I speak about is everywhere. He cannot be compassed with walls, nor hedged about with bounds of any kind. All people worship Allah, the one, but all the people see him not alike. The universal Allah is wisdom, will, and love. All men are not the triune Allah. One sees him as Allah of might, another as Allah of thought, another as Allah of love. A man's ideal is his God, and so, as man unfolds, his God unfolds. Man's God today, tomorrow is not God. Man names the part of Allah he sees, and this to him is all of Allah. And every nation sees a part of Allah, and every nation has a name for Allah. You Brahmins call him Parabrahm. In Egypt he is thought, and Zeus is his name in Greece. Jehovah is his Hebrew name, but everywhere he is the causeless cause, the rootless root from which all things have grown. When men are afraid of Allah and take him for a foe, they dress up other men in fancy garbs and call them priests, and charge them to restrain the wrath of Allah by prayers, and when they fail to win his favor by their prayers, to buy him off with sacrifice of animals or birds. When man sees Allah as one with him, as Father Allah, he needs no middleman, no priest to intercede. I'm gonna stop right there, because that's where I embraced the Morris Science Temple of America. When the prophet told me I didn't need somebody in the middle to reach Allah. I can reach him on my own. And I was born and raised in the temple, but my grand chief brother, Brother W. Howard Eel, who was also my uncle, he made us commit. He didn't just take for granted that we were born in the temple, we had to commit. And so that's when I said, I'm gonna be a Moorish American until I pass out of this flesh. So that's where I am. And I'm here, and I will tell you my age, I'm 82.
The prophet's
Calling, you can't hide. The prophet's calling, you can't hide. The prophet's calling, you can't hide. You can't come, you can't hide. The truth don't come, you can't hide. The truth don't come, you can't hide. You can't hide, you can't hide.
Islam. I think the sister,
Chapter 10.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Doing a lot. I think the sister, National Treasurer, Sister J. Arthur Hill, reading from chapter 10. She spoke on the unity, spake on the unity of Allah and man to the Hindu. I thank the sister for those words of wisdom. Next, we're gonna hear from the Grand National Secretary, Sister Right Bank, after a song. Peace. Turn your lights down low.
You can't hide. Turn your lights down low. You can't hide. Turn your lights down low. You can't hide. You can't hide, Muslim. You can't hide. You can run to the rocks. You can't hide. You can run to the rocks. You can't hide. The rocks cried out. You can't hide. You can't hide, Muslim. You can't hide.
That's my Morris.
It's on.
And happy birthday, birthright, or however you want to say it, but praise Allah for the Prophet Local Raleigh today. It's his day. One of the greatest things you can do is honor him after you have praised Allah. Praise Allah, Father of the universe, Father of everything that is, was, and evermore will be. Give honor to our Prophet Local Raleigh for everything that he has brought to us and to me personally. The Quran, questionnaire, divine constitution, bylaws, all the literature, knowledge of our two flags combined, and the knowledge of love amongst each other. One of the greatest lessons that we can have. I give honor to our Supreme Grand Advisors, moderators past, Brother C. Kirkman Bay, Brother F. Nelson Bay, Brother J. Blakely Bay. Divine to our former Grand Chief, Brother R. Love Eel. I give honor to our present Grand Chief, Brother R. Jones Bay, and his official staff, national, state, and local. There's special honors to my assistant. And I always have to smile because Allah has blessed me with a great assistant this year. Sister A. Ramino Bay. Praise Allah. I prayed, and I was blessed with the answers. You know, there's very little thing that is greater than giving honors to man. Because man, Allah put us in society so that we can not only receive and confer helps and your obligations, but just so that you can learn. You learn more about yourself by being in the company of others than trying to go out on your own and think, I can do this all on my own. You want to learn something, get amongst some other people, and you will learn a lot about yourself. And that's one of the reasons why I love being in New York. I love the Moors. I always say I love my New York Moors. I've never met such a diversified group of people, full of knowledge, and I just love my New York Moors. So praise Allah, and to see the Williams Hill brothers together, you talk about, and I'm not that much older than you, but see them from the time that they were running around here at their mother and father's feet, to the time that now they're grown men taking their place amongst men. It's a wonderful thing. And I know that their father, I see him often tear up when he's looking at them and he talks about the things that they've accomplished. And to see the brother, he looks just like him. Looks just like him. No, this brother, in mannerisms, way he holds his mouth. I said, boy, oh boy, that is a blessing. So I praise Allah for allowing me to see all of you here today. It's a blessing to be amongst you on this very holy day that we acknowledge the Prophet and everything that he has brought to us. Give honors to, especially to our former assistant Grand Chief of the Moorish Science of America under Brother R. Love Hill, my grandfather, Brother W. Howe Hill. He was a definite example and a person who was great influence to me in what it meant to be a Moorish American. I said, if only I could find If only I could find a Moor like my grandfather was, in my opinion. Now, what he was, out of my sight, I can't speak for, but for me, he was the example of what a true Moor was. He had the knowledge, he had the humor, he had the ability to explain it to you in simple terms to make you understand what this more science means and what it could do in your life. I praise Allah for putting me in the family that I'm in. When I say him, Sister H. Graysdale, Sister J. Arthur, it's like, wow. Temple number 28 is truly a blessed temple when it comes to the Moors that have passed through those doors. And this temple 21 is also blessed because when you mention some of the older names of the older Moors, you have to realize how much wisdom y'all have been blessed with. And I know that they left their hands in the hands of the temple in the hands of some good Moors coming up. They've taken their place amongst men and are doing their best to keep the temple doors open, and they deserve our support.
That's all about.
So I praise Allah for that. Everyone chose my chapters. That's one thing about not being first. You don't get your pick of chapters. I mean, all the way down, I started at 48. I said, okay, got to 48. I said, okay, I want to do charity. Okay, the sister brother took charity. I was going to do one of Sister Seals. So I said, okay, brother. And I said, okay, let me just read the front of the cover. And the brother even covered that one. But, just one good thing. I'm an avid reader, always been an avid reader. Not quite like Cat Williams says he was when he was young. Wow. But I've been more important stuff, if you ask me. As a sister said, I was in the temple. 3,000 books. 3,000 books by the time he was with him. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm just saying I'm not quite that good. But I was given the most important book under the sun.
That's all
And
right.
that's the Holy Quran of Morris of America.
That's all right.
And, the prophet didn't burden us. Because I was saying yesterday when I was speaking, the prophet could have put all this knowledge in 15 volumes, 1,000+ pages each. Because there's that much wisdom in this small pamphlet, but he knows his Moors. He knows his Moors. If they put in all that, we wouldn't have ever picked up a book to read. But this small pamphlet has all the wisdom that it would takes lifetimes. Lifetimes of study to get through the first chapter, if you ask me. If you can get through the first chapter and say you know it, you better go back again because that first chapter is deep. And every other chapter leans on it. So if you think you know it, let the prophet tell you, study yourself. Once again, go back, ask me what the study is. Okay, I got chapter 1, what's next? Study again. It's always something to study. So, I look at the chapter, the Quran, and with all books, you look at the chapter, the cover of the chapter or the book. And that tells you if you want to pick it up. Something about the cover has to grab your attention. And it wasn't until actually, and I've been in the temple 6 years now. Like I said, I was born in the temple. And it never really hit me until maybe 15 years ago that the prophet named this organization the Moorish Science Temple of America. Why did he do that? This is the only organization that covers it all. Moorish Science Temple. It covers your nationality with the Moorish. It covers the science of it, and it covers your religion with the temple. It's got it all. In this little pamphlet, you can find your answers to any of those questions under those categories, which covers everything from A to Z. If you only study, you're not going to be handed these answers. You have to find these answers by studying. So praise Allah for being a halfway decent student that I'm still learning, but the prophet gives us each a measure and a measure of points by him. So I'm always looking forward to the next lesson that he's going to display before me. So I praise Allah for that. So what I decided to read is something that my grandfather wrote to me my first year in college. And if anybody's ever been to college, your first year is your hardest year away from home, away from the temple. You're not able to get back to the temple like we usually do. And I was feeling down, missing my Moors. And he just sent me a note right out of the middle of the week. And it was a quote from on page 45, chapter 38. Holy instructions from the prophet, the soul's name. And he wrote in this note, and he said, "Be still, keep studying, and study according." And he wrote these verses. So today, they're some of my favorite verses, mainly because of that memory. On page 47, talk about the soul. In on verse 26, instruction 26. The end of her search was truth. Her means to discover her reason and experience. But are not these weak, uncertain relations? How then shall she obtain unto it? General opinion is for the generality of men, and he underlined it. For the generality of men are ignorant. Perception of thyself, the knowledge of him who created thee, the sense of worship thou knowest unto him. Are not these plain before thy face? And behold, what is there more that men needed to know? Praise Allah for the lessons. And as brother said, prophet is a true prophet, not a little with a little p, but a capital P, because there are small p prophets. But this is a true and divine thought made manifest. So praise Allah for allowing that thought to manifest in my time of prayer. And I pray that he continues to bless us all in our love to each other. With that, I'm gonna say peace.
Oh, the joy, oh, joy came to me. When I knew that I was free. Oh, when the prophet found me, put his arms around me. Oh, the joy, that wonderful joy that came to me. When the prophet found me, put his arms around me, whispered peace and made me free. Oh, made me free. Now he walks beside me to protect and guide me. Oh, the joy, that wonderful joy that came to me. Oh, the joy, joy, joy that came to me. When I knew that I was free. Oh, when the prophet found me, put his arms around me. Oh, the joy, that wonderful joy that came to me.
Islam.
Islam.
I thank the Grand National Secretary, Mr. Right Bay. We read from the Divine Instruction of the Holy Prophet, chapter 38, Holy Instruction to the Prophet, the Soul of Man. This time, Morris Americans will hear from our final speaker, the Grand Chief of Temple 34, and the Assistant Chairman of the North Central of America, Brother W. Kennedy. Peace.
Oh, joy, joy, joy that came to me. When I knew that I was free. Oh, when the prophet found me, put his arms around me. Oh, the joy, that wonderful joy that came to me.
Islam, Morris American.
Islam.
Praise Allah. Great God of the universe made it possible for us to get here. You know, some people didn't get up today. Some people didn't make it to noon. You know, but we're here to come celebrate the prophet. It's a celebration. Remember when you was little, the first time you went to a party or something? It was a good time, right? So praise Allah to celebrate the prophet. You know, the prophet, the more talk about what kind of prophet and different things. And I think about him being my master. See, in America, the Asiatics, we don't really have a concept of what a master is. First time I ever experienced that was taking a martial arts class. This is Master so-and-so. Okay. I guess the closest thing Asiatics might know is Master Splinter. You know, Ninja Turtle. I'm just saying. But there's a relationship with a master. It's a relationship. And why we're here is because of the relationship we have with the prophet. We come to honor him on his birthday, like you honor your mother, your dad, your brother, your co-worker. You give an honor to them.
So many years they lived, so much they've learned, and their interaction with you has made you a better person. You know? So we give honor to all of the past Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators, all of the past members. You don't even know some of their names. You know, past leaders and grand sheiks and grand sheikesses of the temple we never heard of. Give honor to all of them. I give honor to our grand sheik, Brother R. Laville, former grand sheik and moderator. When I came in, I was thinking today, you know, I joined in 1985. I met these beautiful sisters in the summer of 1985 and might have met them in Connecticut and then met them again in Glassboro. And my first prophet's birthday was here in 1986, 100th birthday of the prophet. That was my first prophet's birthday celebration right here in this temple. And we wasn't here, I think we was probably downstairs at the time because we used to have the meetings downstairs. You see, and upstairs is where we used to have the children's class. And then we had so many children, we had to divide the class in two. And I was counting, and I got over to 25. I mean, I got Brother Williams Hill, G. William and Gabriel, Abdul Mu'min, Jewel, Cinnamon, Abdul Mu'min, Jewel, Ruth, Belinda, right? You know, and then you had the McMillan had their children. It was about 4 or 5 children, and don't forget my sister, she had 5 girls, and then kept on trying to have the boy. We called him the boy, the copper. So that was 6 there. Then the Curtis base had 3, right? Amira, Islam sister Amira. Sister Amira was in the house. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, Sylvia, you know, and I was just counting. You know, Sakiel, John, Jackie, Sadia. You know, we had so many children. I want to give honor to the children. Will the children come forward? Come on. I see, come on, stand up, sister. Come on, don't be afraid. Stand up. This sister right here, I want to give honor to the sister. You don't know. She's been sitting there. Come on, children. Come on. I want the children, if y'all can come on. Come on, Jordan Neal children. Where's my goddaughter? Come on. We used to put on plays. All right? We used to make rap songs to the prophet's teaching. Sister Amira, her and Sarah had a little song. It was something like walking down the street, singing peace, 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 wearing pink pantaloons. I mean, they had a little song. We did plays. Come on. You know how they've been sitting here for hours. Come on, spread out. Sitting here for hours. Turn around so the Moors can see you. Yeah, come on over here. Look at this. This is going to take us to the year 2050.
Right.
2060.
Praise Allah.
Some of these Moors, Allah bless them, it's 1920 and they 80 years old or 82 years old, like Sister Arthuriel. They'll be here when we cross the century line.
Praise Allah.
Talk about praise Allah for the prophet's 200th birthday. And they come up here and they sit here quietly and try to do the right thing. Praise Allah, I want to give honor to them. These beautiful children, these spirits. Sister Price basically said these are the older spirits coming back. See, these spirits is older than you. See, they don't come back and they got wisdom that we don't even have. We got to give honor from grandma and grandpa down to the babies. Thank you. We could start with August. We could start with passing of one of my mother's, Sister P. Rebel Day. I was texting Amira this morning, my first prophet's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Without the sister. You know what I'm saying? And me and Brother Rebel Bay, Sister Rebel Bay kind of came in together. And they was in Hempstead and I was living in Hempstead. We became sheiks and sheikesses together. Sometimes I would take Amira to high school and teach her how to drive. And all these young brothers and sisters taking their place in affairs of men. I remember when we said, who made you? The first time they said Allah. The first time they did something, that when they became sheiks, now grand sheiks. This is a beautiful moment. And a few weeks ago, Brother Turnerbay's mother passed. 4 days later, Sister Sealsdale's mother passed. And a couple of days from now is when my mother passed away 7 years ago. You know, when someone passes and you have that crisis in your life, that's when that clear conception comes up. You know, that appreciation, you know? And when you start thinking about how many times your mother, your big sister, your daughter, your wife has helped you, brothers. The more was talking about it. Why you say they're the better half? They teach you how to love, the love you wouldn't learn about unless the sisters were there. And in the instructions of Allah, after Allah, the next thing to honor is the woman. The next thing is the woman. And it's just a blessing. And Allah has honored me. I got these two powerful sisters next to me. Sister Jordanil and Sister Sealshiel. And they've been checking me. I mean, he's not no good, just whatever you say. They check me. They're like in mid-sentence. Oh, it's like, oh. And then I take that, I got a Marine Corps wife. I'm like, oh my goodness. You see? And then even when I go, I give honor to Sister Right Pay, right? So now I'm here with the national officials, right? And I got my sisters in there, Sister Right Bay, Sister Jones Bay, Sister Nadine, and Amira. And I'm like, oh, more sisters. But you know what? It's all good. See, when I came in here 24 years ago, thought I was a man. 6'1", little size, a little job. Thought I knew something, graduate Rutgers. Just like they told Moorish was impersonating Moorish American, the prophet let me know I was impersonating a man. I was saying I was a man and all this stuff, but I wasn't a man. I had to start studying what is a man. Somewhere along the line, I had to decide to surrender to the prophet, my master. Can't surrender to Allah. You can't even surrender to your master. You can't even love me if you can't love your own mother. You just say words. I love you, I love you. How is it you can love me, but you don't love your cousin? You don't love your little baby sister. You got to start in degrees. You know, I give honor to my great chief for the wise second bay. I'm thinking about your grandmother, Sister Franklin Hill. We didn't mention her name today. You know, she got to call her husband, left New York, and went down to Prince George County to live in a tent, and then to make their own bricks with the rest of the brothers and sisters to build the temple. We're not talking about calling a contractor. They made the brick, and it took the bricks and made the temple. Okay? They tilled the soil. Brother Nelson Bay had a degree in agriculture, tilled the soil, and then bring produce back to New York and stuff like that. That's what the Moors were doing. But Nelson Bay and his family left from Detroit, I think. And other Moors left wherever they were to go down there, not for themselves, for us. Brother Curtis Bay used to have us go visit the sick. I mean, one time, Brother Travis Bay's brother, Brother Clark here, remember that, Brother S.R. Travis Bay, lived somewhere close to the temple. And we went there and we were speaking to him. And he was like, I don't know what y'all do, but at 2 o'clock, I say my prayer. He's telling us what he does in his house. And he wasn't worried about what you're doing. He knew what he had to do. So I just give praise to Allah. You know, I was coming up the road, and the word was mentioned a couple times today. First, Brother Juma Minready, when he talked about encouraging businessmen. We hold back the encouragement. And then Brother Rebels Bay, I think, was talking about how Brother Lovey used to say, encourage the people. And he used to tell us we're in the uplifting business. You know, sometimes you hear people talk about, you're not going to make it. I'm talking about on a divine level. Forget just down here. Like, oh, you ain't doing this and you're not going to be saved. And this is not going to happen to you. And I used to listen to that growing. And you look to your children and see, some of y'all ain't going to make it. You know, I don't know what's going to happen to you. I would think that the mother and father were like, no matter what happens, son, I'm here for you. No matter what you do, I'm going to help you. And so when I think about that, I think about the first time I heard chapter 1. And it's talking about there's no failure for the human soul. There's no failure. Victory is sure. I had to read it again. Even for the enemy. No failure for me. No failure for you. We need to encourage each other. You know what I'm saying? We're in the uplifting business. You know, right now, we have a moment here in time. Think about this moment, right? Because I got my car notes due, electric bill due, gotta put gas, we got all these bills, we got all these problems, these stresses at job. Maybe you don't have a job. I've been unemployed. All these different things is out there, and they're gonna be out there. It's like these cares of the world. The cares of the world. But right now, for a moment, we put that at peace. With our family, praising Allah. We're celebrating the Holy Prophet's birthday. And it's a joyous occasion because he taught us all how to learn love instead of hate. And I'll say this one last thing. A few years ago, I was talking to my brother, and I was talking about my children. He said, there's something greater than the love for your children. I said, what? He said, the love for your grandchildren. And I said, what? And when I had a granddaughter and a grandson, understood. There's so many degrees of loving. That's why the prophets tell us to learn how to love instead of hate. With every higher degree, you learn to love more. And eventually, the goal, the fruition, is to be one with Allah. And Allah is love. Then you don't have to try no more. You're just gonna be love. Nobody can get you off that because that's who you are. You're love. So slowly by slowly, that light that we saw, that we started to walk in, start looking at yourself. Man, you got a little bit of light in your hand. Oh, 30 years, I got a little light in my arms. I'm looking at the light, I'm walking in the light, I'm walking in the light. And before you know it, you start looking around. You don't become no light. Peace.
Can't thank
Him now and serve him now. For man is me. You don't know how good Allah has been to me. But he did. Oh, yes, he did.
Didn't have to tell me my love.
But he did. Oh, yes, he did. You can't thank him enough.
Yes, sir.
Serve him enough to lift him up too high for man to see. You don't know how good Allah has been to me.
It's like an echo, man. Praise a lot more, man. I'd like to thank this grand chief for W for Day for his reading and his words of wisdom. At this time, Lord Americans, we're gonna have the Grand Governor, Brother Deepak here reading on.
Islam.
Stop now. It's praying time. Stop now. It's praying time. Stop now. It's praying time. The sun is almost down. I came to tell the Muslims, and I shall not take it back. Once you gain the name of faithful, become a part of every act. Stop now. It's praying time. Stop now. It's praying time. Stop now. It's praying time. The sun is almost down. Islam.
Islam.
Turn the base thing. Islam.
Islam.
Praise Allah. Honor to Prophet Noble Jawari. Honor to everything that pertains to Islam and to all to whom Muslims do. Happy Prophet's birthday. Happy Prophet's birthday. Here's the one. January 15, 1929, Prophet warns all Muslims. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical, agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds.
Islam.
Baby crying. Mm-hmm.
It's about to be ready to go.
Crying.
I know, the mommy's over there. Their mommy's taking care of them. Sometimes
Sometimes they declare their loans.
Peace and love. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
Brother C. Ferguson, because I didn't give him on Sister Drummer Bay. Exactly. And Sister D. Carter, Sister D. Carter Bay. You know, Moore's, these faces have been here. I gave him here, but I gave him honors. He wasn't here at the time, but I gave honors to Skipper Bays too. You know, praise Allah. It's good to see the brother, you know. You know, Moors, it's a mix of new Moors and old Moors. And we're all making this work. So, you know, Brother F. Spalding Bay, I honor that brother too. You know, these Moors are here, like I spoke about earlier. Faces that keep coming, that's striving. You know, praise Allah. And if I missed anybody, my sisters, Sister B. Williams Ill, baby, Sister S. Williams Ill, and my nieces and nephews, my daughter. I give honors to our newest member of Temple 21, Sister J. No, excuse me, I was right. Sister S. Jacobs Ill. Our sister's been coming diligently, Zoom and in person. And my brother N. Rashid Bey. My brother's been coming diligently. You know, so praise Allah to the Moors, and it's good to see the faces, even if I haven't seen. My sister-in-law, I see you back there. Yeah, that's right. I see you, Sister O. Williams Ill. Right? Yeah. Yeah, she's my sister. Praise Allah. You know, and I see some of the more that I might not know, but honest to you as well. You know, praise Allah that we all made it here today to make this day a beautiful day. Peace. I do have a quick announcement. Most Americans, you know, in certain times and times, we have to be a little cautious of the things that's going on in the world. So our Grand Sheik Brother R. Jones Bay lets us know, just when you're out there in the world, be mindful. We're wearing our Moorish American garbs and our feathers and turbans. Just be a little mindful. Make sure we say our prayers when we leave our houses. We travel in love, true peace, freedom, and justice, but there is lower self out there. So just, we're not telling you to be fearful of wearing your feathers and turbans. Just be mindful of certain things that's going on in the world. And also, too, most Americans, our Grand Sheik Brother R. Jones Bay also lets us know that he says, and this is an email from the brother. Let me make sure I read this right. Okay, moving forward in the month of January, in the celebration of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Brother R. Jones Bay says, Islam. Brother R. Jones Bay wishes to pass on a thought and hope we all pick up the positive intent and carry it out with divine love. In the efforts to show unity and strength amongst us, the Grand Sheik would like each one of us to dedicate time each Friday this month to reach out to another Moor and say the prayer with them. He asks we choose someone we don't normally interact with to share them with this. Praise Allah for the thought. Remember, thought is the cause of it all. So the prophet too. But Brother R. Jones Bay, our Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science of America, is letting us know to reach out to each other and say that Moorish American prayer every Friday, you know. And he says, speak to those that you regularly don't speak to, you know, not text, call and speak to them, you know. And in the representation of unity, pick up the phone when you see them call. Because we see people, we know we got that call ID. But most Americans, let's continue to learn to love instead of hate. Peace.
Thank you, Brother Rashid. Thank you. Always a blessing to see all these faces. Oh, I'm telling you, because you know, sometimes throughout the years, you might only see a couple of brothers and sisters. That's just how it goes. Prophet's birthday comes around, we can all meet up under one roof and praise the great God Allah together. I was just telling the Grand Sheik, I saw Brother Skipper Bay in the corner, I didn't even see him. In a long time, Brother Name, but it's good to see you. I didn't even see Brother Ferguson in the back. These brothers, you know, they helped mold me in the Moorish Scientific America. So it's a blessing, and I give high honors to each and every one of the Moorish Americans that interacted with me some way in my life. We always benefit. I learned something from each and every one of us, and that's what we're supposed to do as Americans, we're brothers and sisters. We're all supposed to strive to. Also, Moorish Americans, there's going to be a 50-50 raffle. Half of the raffle money will go to the temple, and the other half will go to the first place winner. There will also be other prizes given out to make sure. Yeah. There'll be other prizes given even though somebody's gonna win. And after the temple, after the meeting's over, more American, especially the brothers, if you can help with the table, so we can just set it up for all the more Americans to eat.
Islam.
Oh, it's not brother A. Mitchell. Hold on, more American. Gotcha.
Praise Allah.
Good, Lord.
Praise Allah.
We want to see all the more American.
Tell them who's on
We have our brother A. Mitchell on the Zoom. We have sister, the assistant grand national, the assistant secretary, Sister Abraham Baby, assistant Abraham Baby. We also have. But J. Rabbit is always there. You gotta see him. He's always there. That's the other name. Praise the Lord, sister. Me and you over soon. We'll just finishing up secretary. Yeah. Most Americans thank you for a donation of $395. Can I get a motion to approve the parents report?
Yes.
On the salary seal.
Islam. I move that the financial report be accepted with any necessary corrections if there be.
So, sister, out there,
I'll second.
sister, out there, second. So, let's rise. Father, left to the right. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My God.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
With his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Through Ali.
Ali.
Amen.
Amen.
He's more. They're gonna still appeal, so they're gonna purchase. Yeah. This is, I think they're gonna stay on. I mean.
Likewise.
We need to get you.
All right, all right. Love you. 10 for 1.
10 for 1, yeah. Yeah, 10 for 1. That's what I'm gonna do.
The sign strong brothers, please don't get totals to the side so that we can put out the tables. Move the chairs to the side. And then we'll come to the front to purchase your tickets before we bring our stairs.
Like, see the birth, right? Oh, man, it's hard to leave that.